Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, I will show to students how to address the first PowerPoint lab. Let me download this one first. Okay, this is PowerPoint assignment 1 or PowerPoint lab 1. So the assignment is to create a PowerPoint presentation using the following slide title statement. Have one statement per slide and visit edu.gcfglobal.org/en/PowerPoint 2016 to add more detail and that are relevant to the title and the slide. Okay, try to implement as much as you can from the video and reading. So basically, student will go over this PowerPoint first, right? How to do the PowerPoint, okay? How to apply theme, transition, managing slide, and so on. So after student finish doing that and reviewing those material, then you will start creating a PowerPoint. Let me see, where is the instruction? Where is the instruction here? Huh? Okay, here, right? Where is this? Here we go, right? Okay, this is the instruction. So basically we are going to create 13 slides. Make sure you review this material first, the course content, if you are not up to date with the PowerPoint skills. Okay, so we have 13 slides. Let me give you an example about this. All right, introduction, getting started with PowerPoint, all right, and understanding OneDrive. So in here, I have an example. You're gonna put your full name here, right? You're gonna put the date here, for example, January 24, 2020, for example. And then you're gonna put COSC 1301, section P01, Introduction to Computing. Okay, so here, let me make it like 20. So this is gonna be your first slide. The second slide, then you put getting started with PowerPoint. How do I know that? We are going to look at from here, right? Remember, the second slide is getting started with PowerPoint. So that's gonna be the heading. Here is the heading. And put a brief information about this. When you use PowerPoint for the first time, you will be presented with the start screen, right? From the start screen, you can choose a template to work on or start with a blank presentation, right? This is called ribbon, okay? This is where you find the command to perform command tasks. Home ribbon, insert ribbon, and design. Let's say that you don't like, let's say that student want to choose this template. We can choose this template instead, right? Or if you don't like that one, we can choose the green one template, okay? So these are some of the common features that you need to be familiar with. The next one, let me see, what's the next? So let me see, this one, I think I'm going to put to the original one, all right? So the third slide is understanding OneDrive. OneDrive is actually a Microsoft online storage space that let you save, edit, and share your presentation and other documents. For the simplicity, maybe I just like to put three items should be enough, right? So this is gonna be the third one, all right? Because you don't want to fill everything in the slide, so otherwise people are gonna read the whole thing, okay? So you can access OneDrive from your PC, smartphone, or any devices that you use. To get started with OneDrive, all you need to do is to set up a free Microsoft account if you don't have already one. So that will be your third slide, right? So basically, you just have to follow this information, right? And fill out as much as you can. To do animation, let's say that if you want to do animation, we're gonna put a picture here. Let's see if I can put a picture. Computer, right? Let me see if I can use this one, insert. Okay. Okay, we cannot use that. Let me see if I can use computer another one. Let me see, where is this online pictures? Download. Okay, what is this? Let me see if I can something else here. Album photo, pictures. Let me see if I can Azure. Okay, yeah, let's say that I use gonna be Azure. Okay, so I can put it right there, right? I can put a picture, and then I can do animation with that, like grow and shrink, like that. Okay, or you can do slide transition here. You can change it to random bar, right? Dissolve or defaults. Okay, so that's how you animate it. When we animate it, you see that on the left hand side you can see a star there, right? And this is to show the whole slide. This is gonna be the final product, like 13 product. Okay, so I'm gonna go to home, right? And I can put insert, slide number, check this date, check this date, check this date, and then you can put your name here or put the class name. COSC1301 section P01. Okay, and then apply to all. You will see that it has all this date and then. So this is the first PowerPoint assignment. Once you finish this, you go to File, Save As, and then you will save this as lab number 1. Okay, PowerPoint assignment or lab number 1. That's okay. You click Save, and then student will submit it. All right. So basically, please read this information. Please read the instruction about how to create PowerPoint lab 1. Okay, and the next item that I want to talk about is what you call this key terms, right? Where student can find all the key terms. Okay. Let me go back to my Blackboard again. Section P01. This is applied to COSC 1301, Introduction to Computing. Okay. So I'm going to go to assignment, and here we go. Basic key term. All right. So let me read what is the assignment for the key term. Okay. Basic computer skill key terms, right? From the basic computer skill reading, from this link, GCF Global, look for the key term. Choose about 20 to 25. I know it says 40, but 20 to 25 key terms should be suffice for me. All right, so define and only if they are actual computer terms. All right, this is how students should do it. Okay, I'm gonna use some of the key term that some of your friend already submit, so I'm gonna use here. Let me use this one, see if I can have that one. Okay. Oh, okay, this is in the PDF. Well, submit it in the Word document, that's better here. This is put. Okay, for example, how do you get the key terms? Well, the key term is from the GCF Global, right? So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to double click this link, right? Basic computer skills. Let's talk about basic computer skill. We're gonna use this one. All right, turning on the computer. Instead of this, let's start with built-in function. Built-in function, okay too. Okay, let me find about software. Okay, let's talk about software, right? This is called the key term, source code, right? And open source and the closed source. All right, so what is open source? So I'm going to put definition here. For example, I'm gonna delete this. I can put like number 1, for example, like this, right? What is software, right? Software is a program that help people to carry out specific tasks. Okay, for example, Word or Excel. Okay, that's kind of software, right? There's software, and then here they explain to you again, right? You have a open source and a closed source program. Closed source program is basically the source code is not available for public. So that means you cannot modify it, right? But the other one is an open source. Open source, that means, let me see the open source. Let me see here. Open source, where is it? Open source, that means the program, the source code is available for public. Okay, so here open source, if you want to have open source, that means the program is ready, the source code is available for public. So here I'm gonna put open source is a program, let me see, the source code is available to anyone. Okay, it's a program that the source code is readily available for public to use or modify. Okay, there's a open source program. For example of an open source program, right? Let me show it to you. Example of open source is like Android phone, Android operating system, or Open Office, right? This is a Microsoft Office that is readily available for public. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, open source is a program that the source code is readily available for public to use and modify. And then you give example. The closed program, right? The closed source software, right? This one, the closed source is basically a program that the source code is not available to public, or on the other way to say is proprietary. Okay, example of this is Microsoft Office. Okay. Microsoft Office, we cannot modify the source code because that belongs to Microsoft, right? So that is the difference between open source and a closed source program. As you can see that, right? This is called the source code. No access on the closed one. In contrast, with the open source, that means the program is publicly available to anyone, right? So you can change it. Here on the GCF Global, they give you example, right?
Almost every piece of computer software is created using source code, or the technical blueprint that tells a program how to function. When creators release their finished product to the public, they must decide whether to make their software open source or closed source. With closed source software, also known as proprietary software, the public is not given access to the source code, so they can't see or modify it. But with open source software, the source code is publicly available, and programmers can see or modify that code if they desire. Keep in mind that you don't have to read or change any code in order to use an open source product. The vast majority of apps, games, and other popular software are closed source. However, there are open source options for many types of programs. If you want an open source alternative to Microsoft Office, you could use LibreOffice.
Yeah, that is another program too, right?
Source alternative to Microsoft Office, you could use.
Okay, Microsoft is a closed source program because we cannot modify the source code. However, the open source, the alternative of Microsoft Office is LibreOffice, or I just mentioned to you this one, OpenOffice. This is similar to Microsoft and it is free, right? These are also similar. So that is basically how students write the basic key term, right? So I'm gonna put that basic key term, right? Here we have like 40, maybe for, I think in the future, students just need to write about 20 to 25, okay? Because we have other assignment to do, and so we can finish the course material in a timely manner. All right? So today I discussed the first week of assignment, which is the PowerPoint, right? This is PowerPoint Lab 1, and this is the key terms. Once student finish, you can submit it over there, right? Where student can submit it, you can submit it in the link that where you get it, okay? For example, in week 1 here. I wanna extend this PowerPoint Lab 1 because in the first week of class, students still need to get familiar with the course. So let me extend this to January 30th, all right? Well, hopefully that this video is informative to you, and thank you for watching.